welcome. And you're back. And guess what? I'm back as well. New me. I'm better looking. I'm more fluent in my articulation, my diction. I am now fortissimo. What do you know about fortissimo? You don't? Go watch my other video. So, what are we doing right now? We're going to take an extensive look into the BLP. We're really looking into, right? What's the BLP? We're taking a look at this, right? Learning how to play music. I'm wrapping up a lot of the different elements of my videos all together in one to kind of help you get a faster, easier look into it. We're going to have to be fast-paced and fast energy. So, we got to be around musicians, right? Let me write it down. Now, what do I mean by be around musicians? Right? This was in one of my first videos having to do with the BLP. You got to join a group. Join a church choir. Be around anybody that's in a band. You have a buddy that's in a band, go chill with them when they're playing music. Try and play around on the piano. You know, there's a free version of what's called Fruity Loops. What is that? That's a DAW. What's a DAW? It is a software you can use on a computer that will allow you to digitally create music. Right? Be around musicians. What do I mean by that? That means that go and join your local theater. That means go find somebody that plays music and be around them. It's an infinite source of musical knowledge. Get a music teacher, right? I'm a music teacher. Watch my videos, right? Be around musicians. Now that we got the B down, we're going to go into the L. This is what we've been talking about in the previous videos. This is the circle of fifths. This is reading a chart of music. This is the treble clef. This is the bass clef. Now, let me write this down. Learn sheet music. My handwriting's horrible, but that's fine. So, learn sheet music. Why do we need to learn sheet music? It helps us. How does it help us? Sight reading. Whenever you get confused on a song, you don't know the pacing. You don't know what kind of notes you need to be hitting. Or the duration of the notes. Maybe the singer, maybe Ed Sheeran's doing some weird stuff. Well, guess what? You got the sheet music. You got the source material, homie. You know how to sing it. You got the sheet music. You know when to fortissimo. You know when to mezzo piano. You know all this stuff because you can read it. Whenever you read sheet music, when you learn the sheet music and you play something really cool on a guitar, you can write it down. You know how to write it down, right? Whenever you're putting something into your DAW, into Fruity Loops, into your music creation software, right? When you're putting it into that, right? You know where to go. You know what to do. You know what elements you need in order to create a song. Learning sheet music is so helpful. A lot of people don't do it. I think Kanye's producer doesn't know how to read sheet music. I believe he plays by ear. This is a really good skill to have. It took him a long time to get as good as he did. And it takes a long time to learn things by ear. It takes an extreme amount of time to learn things by ear and be good at it and efficient at it. But guess what? It takes a lot less time to learn sheet music. It takes a lot less time to learn what this is. This only takes you a few minutes. What's this? What's that? It'll only take you a few seconds to Google it, right? You can't do that with your ear. You have to build it, right? You have to learn, what am I hearing? Right? And if you don't keep working on that, you lose it, right? You lose it. Whenever you're learning sheet music, it's like an old dog. You look at a piece of sheet music, you're like, oh yeah, that's a C, right? Guess what? That's a C. That's weird. That's a C. That's it, right? You learn sheet music. You got it down. That's it. You did it. That's the basis. That's it, right? Now that we have learned sheet music, we know what the circle of fifths is. What's the circle of fifths? Well, I'll tell you what the circle of fifths is. It tells you what key you're in. It helps you create music, right? It tells you what notes work with what notes, right? Harmony, right? It tells you all these different things. It's one of the simplest things in music theory to learn. Then again, the circle of fifths is something really deep, and we have only went on the surface level, which, I mean, to tell you the truth, you watch that previous video, guess what? It makes things so much easier whenever you go forward with trying to learn how to play music. So, you now are being around musicians, you've learned sheet music, and now, guess what? You gotta play it. This is the fun part. What do you mean by play music? Play it! Lord, you do it, sing, right? Okay, what do you mean by that? Let me just hit it. No, don't do that. You don't just belt it. Guess what? There's actually proper technique when you're singing. What do I mean by technique? It's useful devices you can use with your own body to help prolong your voice and actually achieve a better quality tone, better quality vocal expression. Whenever you're singing and you record it, does it ever just feel like it just doesn't come out right? It's not how you heard it in your head. And that's because you're not using proper vocal technique, right? You're not warming up. You're not hitting your trails and scales, right? What do I mean by that? You gotta... Why does that sound like trash? It's because I'm not warmed up, right? That's not it. I'm not warm, right? Well, guess what? You get warmed up. You get your trails and scales down. You actually learn whenever you're playing, whenever you're singing opera, right? So a piece of advice, right? Whenever I was learning how to sing opera, a piece of advice that gave me to give me a proper sound: try not to let the edges of your lips go past your nose. And it gives you a really good sound, right? I'm not warmed up and I'm not warmed up. God on high. Let's just do that, right? You want to try and make as much space as physically possible in your mouth, in all of it, right? In your mouth. You want to lift the soft palate. You want to get as much space in your throat. You want to try and give as much space for the air to move as possible. There's a lot of different pieces of the body working together whenever you're singing, right? It's your diaphragm, your lungs, it's your chest, it's your throat, the muscles in your throat, your vocal cords, your mouth, the soft palate in the back of your mouth, right? Your nasal passageway. There's so many different things working together to try and get you a good sound that you need to be aware of and conscious of in order to get the sound that you want. Playing music, have fun, right? Don't damage your voice, but have fun. Find things you like to sing that's really good. If you're trying to warm up, another piece of advice: find a song that's comfortably within your vocal range that doesn't belt, right? There's one good song that uses falsetto. What's falsetto? It's your false voice. We're going to make a video on that, right? There's a beautiful song that uses falsetto. There's not much belting. Till the Stars Fall from the Sky. It's a tenor song. I'm not a tenor, but I love the song. It's a very beautiful song to use to warm up, right? It doesn't hit hard. It's very beautiful. It's soft. It's an expression of love. And honestly, if you look that up, it's a choir song. It's also a duet if you want to make it a duet. It's a very beautiful song you can use in order to warm up. Now, with that being said, playing music, we got the BLP down, right? This is an extensive look into it. This is an extensive look into the BLP, right? So now we've taken a look at all of these elements. We've taken a look at the reasons why you need to learn sheet music. If you watch my videos, you actually can understand. If you wrote all the stuff down and you actually learned, you can understand it. And guess what? If you understand sheet music, and you're playing music and you're around people that can play music, you're in a choir, you got a vocal teacher, you're going to progress in your musical career, right? You're going to progress in your musical career. It's inevitable. You're going to sound better. You're going to be able to play music better, right? It's going to be so much better if you do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I know there wasn't many jokes in this video. I know I didn't stutter too much. It's new me. It's a new day. It's a new time. And it's that. And you should subscribe and watch my videos. I got a TikTok. I'm starting the TikToks, right? I'm doing the TikToks. Go on the TikTok and make cool stuff. It might be funny. I might do some weird stuff, right? Go do that and watch my videos, like it, and just do it. You got to do it. You got to do it.